So, Joe, you watched the Evil Dead remake, which I watched once, and I'll let you ramble through this one. And I'm sure you already know what I think of it. So,
Yeah. I mean, as I found out, like, hey, I got these passes to go see Evil Dead Rise, it occurred to me, hey, I don't think I've ever saw the remake. And first of all, I thought that was just a few years back that they did a remake. And holy shit, this was 2013. This was 10 years back that they did this. So put it on, and I thought it was okay, man. I thought, the acting sucked, but it was good. It was, none of the fucking comedy, none of the, trying to be goofball or whatever. And it was violent, not just bloody, which is my complaint with the Evil Dead Rise. Evil Dead Rise, there's a lot of blood, but it's not a violent movie. This one is. This one is it's a remake, it's the same thing. They go to a cabin. This time they're trying to help out a friend, Tom. A friend that has a monkey on her back. She's an addict. She's an addict, Tom, and this is their intervention with her. Let's go to the cabin, let her dry out, and then start anew. Like she's never gonna go back into the real world where the drugs are or anything. But anyway, you know, same thing. They find a tome. That's an old book, you see, in fancy words. They find the Necronomicon, Tom. Somebody cuts themselves and there's blood on it. Some guy starts reading it, and not just reading it out loud, because he's sounding out whatever the incantations are. And then, yeah, they got the old, the Sam Raimi Deadite cam or whatever you want to call it. But I don't think they actually used boards and a camera stuck to it this time. But, and that drugged out girl, she gets possessed. So same thing as the other ones, they try to fight the possessed person. This person gets possessed. This person gets possessed. There's one person left at the end, and I dug it. Aside from the characters are just all shitty, and you don't give a fuck. But they're in a horror movie, and you usually don't give a fuck about characters in a horror movie. Like all those slasher movies that everybody loves. You don't like any of those people,
I mean,
and
you're supposed to like at least one or a couple. Like, that's
hey,
why you're just like, oh, I don't want them to die. That's sad.
no, I
It's
want
not
all,
their fault if they suck at actors and were written fucking terribly, but
I
you're
want
supposed to
all to
care
die.
for some of them.
Even when I watch the news, I want them all to die at the studio. That's what I came here for. I want not just to die, but to die horrifically. And I want it to look violent. I don't just want, blood spraying everywhere. I want, holy shit, that's the way to die. Not me, but you, all our listeners. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I know you don't.
Yeah, it's a little too mean-spirited for me, and, like, I know the first one wasn't, but, Evil Dead's kinda known for being this goofy horror series, and then this is like a 180, so I don't understand the people who, like the original ones and then say, "Oh, yeah, these are fucking awesome too," like, wouldn't that be the exact opposite of what you like? So I'm just thinking it's just, oh, I like the Evil Dead name and I'll gobble up anything that's horror. To me, it just comes off more of that instead of actually being a fan of those original movies. So I don't know. It is what it is. This was just a little too fucking mean spirited for me. And I didn't see it till it came out on home video because I didn't give a fuck about going to the theaters. It's just all I heard. Oh man, bloodiest movie ever, man. Whew, this movie's so fucking bloody. Oh my fuck. It doesn't really count if it's raining blood. That's a cop out. Like, I mean, oh man, this movie has the most water in it ever because it was shot in the ocean. Shut the fuck up. So, I mean, that was having that fucking hyped up and then it just being bloody because it rained blood. Shut the fuck up.
Well, what I thought
Shut.
was bullshit was that, like, they're distancing themselves from the original movies. You know, they're going straightforward horror, and then in a post-credit scene, they have that prick Ash come out. You know, just him standing there, and he says "groovy," and like, what the fuck? Yeah,
Woo! Yeah. I
what, you
bet there
know?
was a bunch of that in the fucking theaters.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see this one in the theater. Like I said, I just saw this for the first time earlier in the week, and yeah, that was dumb. That was dumb. Way to fuck up what you're trying to do. But they didn't follow up on it anyway, so it doesn't matter.